Hi everyone, welcome to Embellishments on the 11th. This is a collab that I host, and every month on the 11th at noon Eastern, a group of us will be posting our embellishments. Can be one embellishment, can be many, and it can be whatever theme the creator desires. It's pretty open that way. I just want us to make things with the papers and whatnot that we have. Papers, ribbons, washi, stamps, whatever. So last month when I ended my video, I said I'd probably switch to fall or Halloween this month, and I did. I switched to fall. Um, Let me tell you, I have no business buying any fall or Halloween or Christmas or any papers or items. As much as I'd like to be buying new things, I really don't need to. Anyway, so my focus this month was some papers out of this. Even though I bought a brand new fall collection, I went into my stash and I decided that I have the 12 by 12, and that's the other thing. I really don't need to be buying any 12 by 12 papers in the future, ever. Anyway, 6 by 6 I love though. This is called Beautifully Brisk by Bo Bunny. And these are actually single-sided papers. 2018 is the date on it. And I only picked a few. I picked this one, which I used on the very last embellishment. This one, which you can see I used a couple times. Oh, I also had some scraps. This is an old Stampin' Up, I don't remember the name of it, something plaid. And this one here, no, this one here, but I don't have it here because I used it up. So that one, this one, and I think some of this red one or maroon one. I don't know what happened to the rest of it. And I had a scrap of this one, so I used that. So the maroon, the leaves, I think I used a little bit of this, maybe. Or maybe it was this. I don't know. I can't remember. And then definitely that one. All right, so let me actually put those two in there. And then also, I had some scraps and new pieces of one of these fall embossed paper pads that was a hot buy years ago at Michael's. And turns out I have two such pads. They're different, but I have two. They were both hot buys. Yeah, why did I do that? I don't know. 2 different years. Thought I didn't have the same patterns. Whatever. Anyway, so as you can see, I used this blue sort of striped. This had already been torn and cut apart, and I actually used a couple words out of here. And I also used it as a background on some, and I think there was another one, but maybe not. All right, so let me put that back down here. So I have room to show you what I did. All right. I made about 9 embellishments. Oh, I also went into my stash. Bo Bunny, for that collection, I forgot to tell you that, they had, let me take that back. They had a pack of chipboard. I used them all, 7 pieces. I also had some fall leaves repeats from EK's Success, dated 4/10/15. I probably got these at Joann's a long time ago. They have an ephemera pack, but I got it at Tuesday morning. The Brisk Noteworthy. I'm not a big ephemera person, but I tried to use them this time. And then I also used the back of this, which is this yellow color, on one of the embellishments. I wish I would have finished these. Burlap leaves from Recollections that were on clearance some time ago. I don't even know. They have a 2015 date, but I probably got them in 17 or 18. I did not use those. I think I used one of these. I used a few of these Bo Bunny double dot jewels, and I used one brad from the Bo Bunny brad, same collection. And I think that's it for this stuff. Okay, and then some ribbons and some washi and stuff like that. So hang on. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, so the first one was just a piece of that maroon paper. I used Stampin' Up's deckled rectangle dies, which, by the way, the new catalog, the mini catalog, has deckled circles. I have them on order. I love these. I just love that torn look without having to tear it. I went around the edges of that with a brush with Distress Oxide and Spiced Marmalade. It doesn't show up a lot, but it just gave it a different look, and I got a little on the edges too. This piece of vellum with leaves on it, I have a rest of the sheet in my bin, but this was already cut out like that, so I decided to use that. And this ribbon is actually, I believe, no, that's a different one. I don't know where it's from. It might have been old Stampin' Up too. It looks like cherry cobbler, but I thought it went well. And I had this like foot-long piece, so you're going to see this ribbon on several embellishments because that's all I have left of it. I thought I had another one, but actually this one is different. It's ridged, and yeah, and that says Celebrate It. See, I had all these in my fall bin. Yeah, didn't even don't need to buy any more ribbon. These are from the ephemera pack, and this is from the Bo Bunny, and then this, Thankful, is from a long retired, in fact, I think I got it at a yard sale or something, Thankful, Acorny Thank You, and it has a punch that goes with it, which I'll hang on to, but I really like that Thankful. I stamped it in, I think, copper clay, actually. It didn't get quite right, but I'm okay with that. And I just popped that on. That's on dimensionals, and the rest is glued down, but I think I need to use a little more. I was using, on a lot of them, I was using a combination of glue and tear and tape, because tear and tape is strong, and I didn't feel like opening a new pack of glue dots. So that's the first one. I don't know if I'm doing these in order. This was part of the ephemera pack. Here's some of those burlap leaves I showed you. Okay, so this had that color on it already. I did put some washi across the back of this, which you really can't see. And it is, I think it is this one with the blue, some of the blue leaves on it, which is a Scotch brand that I probably got at Target some time ago. I'm not sure. I really like it though. I need to start doing my planner again so I can use some of my washi. So I used some dies to cut out the background piece in this paper. And then the bigger square, which I used some dies to cut out, is this paper from Bo Bunny. And those were the Stylish Shapes dies, which I used a couple times throughout this. And then this was an old Target. I missed the way the Target dollar spot or whatever, bullseye spot used to be. They used to have some really good craft stuff, and it doesn't seem the same to me anymore. Anyway, this was $1 back in the day, and I had barely used it. I only used a little bit, and I used it a couple times this time. So, jute twine, 20 yards. That'll be lasting me a good long while. And I cut it long, and I just wrapped it around the corners like that. And these leaves to stay down, they're tear and tape and glue to keep them on. And the backs are plain because that paper, like I said, is one-sided. So then I have this whole pack of these leaves, which I'm sure I probably either got it this was from Dollar Tree, Greenbrier, years ago. But these, I had a pack of like, I don't know, 5 or 6 that were gifted to me in a swap one time. So here's where I cut apart that paper, and I took my brush and I used Stampin' Up's copper clay ink and just went over the letters. I flagged it so you can see a little bit of another word there, but you can't really tell what it is. Anyway, I didn't want it to be straight, so that's why I flagged it. This was a scrap already cut like this from that Stampin' Up plaid paper, but it was a different color. And this piece of gold was just a little bit bigger than that, and I cut it with those dies I just showed you, the Stylish Shapes dies. Yeah, Stylish Shapes dies. Stitched. So I made it stitched, and then I just glued 2 of the leaves down on the back, and then these were part of the chipboard stickers, which this guy did not want to stay down. And then these are retired Stampin' Up, let's see, they are gilded gems, and I have lots of them because I like them. So that's that one. And then I have another one using leaves. This time it's a circle, and that is the same paper that had the words on it. This is one of the Bow Bunny papers that I used. I glued them on top. I have this sparkly stuff I don't really like because the sparkles come off. Glitter mesh. Yeah, the glitter comes off of it a little bit. Either that or the glitter's coming off this. I am not sure. This is the only one of these I think I used. This one says falling leaves. The L kind of got a little hidden under there. And I did the same technique as this one. I brushed it with copper clay to kind of make the letters stand out. And 2 more of the leaves. And this is a Bow Bunny gem from the pack I showed you. And this twine, I think, was from Dollar Tree. You get it in like a pack of yellow, orange, and something. I don't remember. It was kind of separate by itself. So that's that one. I did it in a circle this time. These were the layering circles, the scalloped circle, largest, I think the second largest scalloped circle, I'm not sure. So next, I used the packaging that I told you. I used the packaging from that chipboard pack because it had this beautiful deer in it, and it was like the next to the last one in the pack. I think there were 2 more actually, or maybe I'm showing them out of order. I can't remember. These were part of the ephemera pack. And this was the scrap of paper from Bow Bunny in the leaves that I used. So I glued that down. I fussy cut it because it had this design on the bottom. So the leaf paper would match it. You can see a Bow Bunny layer chipboard. I'll put a piece of paper over that too. And well, I don't know, maybe not, because this could be, I cut this down so it's like, it'll be good for a 4 by, like a Memories and More card, or even a 5 by 7 if you mat something with it. Let's see. Yeah, it would have to be a 5 by 7, and so I cut it to 4 by about 5 3/4. I guess it could be a 4 by 6, but then it's going to go all the way to the edge on the 4. So I think a 5 by 7 card, this would be perfect on. Yes, I'm mostly a card maker. Then I was trying to use up the ephemera. Oops, that one came unstuck, see? This is a piece of that ridgy blue paper from the Hot Buy pad. I pulled out blue because this paper has blue in it, as you can see, and so does some other that I'll show you in a minute. I have that down with tear and tape. Okay, this one and this one, I went around the edges with this Sharpie paint pen in gold. This was one of the chipboard pieces, Cool Breeze and Autumn Leaves. And here's more of that ribbon that I have to figure out how to keep down. And yeah, that's it. That's all I did on that one. These gems were already on there too. And I just did the edges in gold because I thought it brought out the gold that was already in this. And then another chipboard piece is this leaf design here. So I cut a circle out of the Stylish Shapes dies with the Stylish Shapes dies in this yellow polka dot paper from Bo Bunny. I had one more leaf, so I glued it on the back. But before I did that, I had this gold washi tape and this other leaf washi tape. It's a different leaf one. I don't know where it is right now. Sorry, I can't find it. But anyway, I used those two washi tapes just across the bottom to give this something to sit on, if you will. And then this Hello Autumn is actually out of a Globeland stamp set I got. It's the only thing I used. Aren't those cute? Yeah, more on that later. So, and I was going to put gems on, but I wasn't sure which ones I liked. And I do have that at a little bit of an angle. So that's that. I think they're cute. And then I have two more. This one, this I think was the last piece of chipboard. And this was out of the ephemera pack. And then I used my, I keep forgetting I have this thing, my corner chomper thing by We Are Memory Keepers. Crocodile. Yeah, corner chomper. I always forget I have that. So I did that on this piece. These were out of the ephemera pack. This, of course, is the Bo Bunny paper, which I just cut a little bigger. Actually, it was a scrap, and I cut a little bigger, and then I just rounded the edges on it, too. This was the Brad, out of the Brad pack, so this moves, and I thought that came out cute for fall, and it just says fall, and it has a little bit of glitter on. Some of it's rubbed off, it looks like, and a gemmy. So that's that one, and one more. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is the last one. This was a piece of the paper out of the pack. This was ephemera. This was ephemera. This is Stampin' Up! Current in the annual catalog wavy trim. Oops, maybe I didn't finish it. I just found a thing stuck on here. Anyway. Earth and Elegance. It's part of the Earth and Elegance suite, which I have and haven't used at all yet. Yeah, natural wavy trim. The only thing I don't like about that, and this is true of any trim like this, not just Stampin' Up, is when you cut it, you know, it frays a little bit at the ends. So it does, but it gives it a natural look. So I bumped this Give Thanks up, and and it's just a flag banner that has to go the way it is, so the word shows. And then these were the last 4 in a pack I showed you that I said I finished. I can't remember. Anyway, so those are my 9 fall themed embellishments. They're all a little different. I'm trying to use things in my stash, and I have enough stuff. I really have to de-stash because in my lifetime I'll never be able to use everything I have. I'm sure of it. So let me know what you think, and also be sure to check everyone else out in the collaboration and see what they've done. It could be Halloween, it could be Christmas, it could be fall, could be something totally unrelated to any of those, just flowers or whatever, you know. We just like creating, and in paper crafting, I'm mostly a card maker, although some of these, like this one, could be part of a bag topper or something. And same, you know, like this could, or any of these little ones here. Hello, Autumn. This could go on a card, I guess. It would be a little dimensional because of the leaves, but not too bad. Same with all of them. They all have a little dimension. So anyway, especially this one. But I still think that would be nice on a card front. And you'd have to put something inside then to distribute the weight evenly, you know. we'll talk about that when we get there. So talking about that, I am thinking about creating a new series. I haven't decided what day yet, but I'm leaning towards Tuesdays to have a craft along with me, maybe a live stream on Tuesdays to make one card either for fall or Halloween throughout the rest of September and October. Do you like that idea? It'll just be me. It's just a series, not a collab. But I want to use some of these things and make cards with them or something with them. But the series will be cards. So I'm thinking a card a week, fall or Halloween. I might probably alternate because I have a lot of stuff I want to use, right? And let's see what we can make. So let me know what you think. And I haven't decided on a time yet, but let's see, noon would be 9 a.m. East or West Coast time. Maybe noon Eastern would be a good time, so it's not too early for people on the West Coast to watch. Otherwise, like 3 in the afternoon, but I wouldn't want to do it any later than that. Let me know what your preference is if I do a live stream every Tuesday month of September and October, whether your preference would be noon Eastern or 3 p.m. Eastern. Okay? All right, everyone. Have a wonderful 11th, and I'll talk to you very soon. Yes, possibly tomorrow for hashtag Be Creative. I know I'll be doing something for that on my other channel, Dahlia Designs, and I probably will take one of these lovely things and create something with it for that on this channel too. Thanks for watching. Hugs, love, and peace.